Hello juniors, this is Mr. D and welcome to your 11th grade Guideways on I Have a Plan Iowa. We're really going to explore in this time during your advisory various colleges that maybe will interest you. We'll look at also some careers and how those careers may be matched with some skills that you currently have. And really, all of this is in hope going to help prepare us for a college fair that we're going to be attending here in a few weeks. So I want you to take your time. Of course, you're only going to get out of it what you put into it. But again, it's just one more way to find out about yourself, compare some careers, and compare some colleges that maybe will be in your future. So the first thing that I'm going to have you do is go ahead and after you've logged in, go ahead and click on Start Your Guideways here for the 11th grade. You're going to have to double click on that. And it's going to be important that you go down to the Guideways, to the 11th grade Guideways. And for me, I've already done this page, but for you, it'll probably say Start this Guideway. For me, start again. So here I want you to take some time, read through the Guideways. You can see the things that you're going to be doing. We're going to consider some of the skills you have. We're going to search for colleges, research a little bit about various colleges. We are going to practice a college application with our 11th grade Guideways and begin looking at some scholarships as well. So that's the plan for this year. Go ahead and continue. The first Guideway is the transferable skills checklist, and this Guideway is going to take you about 30 minutes, so it'll take you the entire advisory period, for example, to complete. So we're going to look at the skills that you have. We're going to see at the end of the checklist, you're going to be able to find some of the careers that maybe best match the skills that you have. So I'm just going to show you the very beginning here and then let you work. So 30 minutes again is the time that it'll take. If you've already done it, I recommend that you do this again. So just go ahead and get started. Make sure that you do the reading that you need to so you understand what it is that you are marking down. There's going to be 25 different clusters, and choose only the skills that you feel you already have. And it does say the ones that you're planning on developing in the future too. At the end, again, the results will take you through some careers. So check the skills you have already. So you're going to read through each of these. If you feel like you have the skills in researching social sciences, for example, or surveying and measuring land, or maybe not yet, but something that you want to do. Evaluate student work. Just read through all of those and go ahead and continue. So take your time and go through each of those, and then I'll pick up again when it's time to look at your careers. Okay, once you've gone through your last cluster, I guess you could say skills cluster, there were 25, it's going to go ahead and let you know what your transferable skills are. Now, when they're talking about transferable, that means they're talking about that they would transfer well to various careers. So the person that filled this out, you can look and see getting information needed to do the job, and then it gives you specifics on there. Specifics on maybe things that you had indicated: inspecting equipment, processing information, thinking and working creatively, handling and moving objects. So you can just kind of get a feel for what your skill set is and see if you feel that's accurate. Once you have that done, you can view the careers. This is kind of the interesting part, we hope, for you. Take a look at, in this case, there's a lot of careers that kind of rank them for you. The first category says these 5 careers match 5 of your transferable skills. So they may be the highest. Of all the skills you have, these are maybe the best set for you. So You can kind of take a look here: mechanics and repairs supervisor, retail sales manager, supervisor. It tells you also the educational level needed. You can organize it based on that. It's going to tell you the salary, average state salary in Iowa. So if you wanted to sort them based on that, highest to lowest, however you wanted to sort them, you can. And then the career cluster as well. And matching, you can compare your skills that you have to these as well. So here, for example, um, compare your transferable skills. It talks about skills, transferable skills for this career, sales manager, your transferable skills. So you can see all the ones that it checked off. These of your skills maybe weren't necessarily important to um, that job. So you can take a look at that. There's more than just 5 though. As you can see, there's a lot of them. There's 19 that match 4 of them, so not quite as good of a match, but you can go through and learn about the different careers and think about those careers and whether or not there's something that's going to interest you. But I do like that compare your skills option for you. So take some time and go through that, and when you're ready, you can go ahead and click on continue. Now, the next 2 guideways, and there are a few, but the next 2, the resume builder and the cover letter creator, are both, very important things to know how to do. However, we feel that English 11 is really going to provide you with better education on resumes and cover letters than what this program is going to. So I'm going to have you just continue through this step. And this is really what I think your page is going to look like, resume builder. So as I said before, we're just going to kind of move through this because English 11 is going to take care of it better than what this program could. So just click on build a new resume. Everything we can continue, we're going to continue. Again, we're not going to do this with every guideway, but I think that with these next 2, it's going to be best to take care of in English 11. So you're just going to have to follow along, and as I said, wherever you can hit complete, you can hit complete. You are going to need to save your resume if you just want to title it your initials. That's going to be fine. And then I'll allow you to go ahead and continue on to your cover letter. So again, with the cover letter, we're simply going to move through the cover letter part as well. Okay, in order to move through the cover letter, you're going to need to click on one of these options and maybe just response to an ad emphasizing my education. We're going to continue through this. We'll save it. We'll have to name it. And now we can continue since we've saved it. Now, this is going to be the part where we're going to emphasize here in advisory, and that's the school finder. Again, we're going to be taking you all to the college fair here in a few weeks in Marshalltown. 60-some schools I think are going to be there, so it's going to be important that you have an idea of what you're looking for when you go to that fair, and then this being your junior year, what you'd like to see in a college in the future. So take a little bit of time here and read through the school finder. Now, once you get to the school finder and you've read and understand the instructions, uh, you can really narrow down your options the best that you can here. What's going to be important to you? So I'm starting over here. How are we going to, with all the schools in Iowa, with all the schools in the country, perhaps, how are we going to narrow things down and really see schools that are interesting to us? So on the side here, you have different categories: key facts, admissions, cost and financial aid, academics, student body, sports, campus life and services, career connect. So there are many different options here. And what I'd like you to do is to narrow it down as much as you'd like. For the purposes of just this example, I'm going to narrow just a few categories down. I'll start with location. Maybe I'm just looking for schools in the Midwest. If so, I would click Midwest, and then I would search schools all through the Midwest. Maybe I'm just looking for Iowa, so I would do that. So we can see our matches. Now there's going to be that are here 66 schools in Iowa, but I want to narrow it down even more. I want to narrow it down based on school size. And maybe I want to go to a very large school, a university, over 20,000. Okay, supersized. Maybe I want to go to a really small one, under 2,500. Whatever you think might fit your needs. Maybe you can click more than one. But for our purposes, I'm just going to click extra small. So now I'm looking at schools in Iowa that are under 2,500. There are 37 of them. Okay, now maybe I want to continue narrowing down my choices. And maybe I want to go to extracurricular activities, campus life. What do I want to make sure my college has in terms of extracurricular activities? Well, definitely a radio station. Maybe I want to work at a radio station. Maybe I want to be a part of the student government. Maybe campus-based religious organizations are important, or maybe social fraternities and sororities are important. So now we'll just click and take your time with that, but now we're down to 8 in Iowa that meet that category. Maybe I want to narrow it down even more. Okay, maybe I want to look at gender balance. That'd be an interesting one. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe you want a co-ed college, women's college, whatever is for you. So here we're, again, kind of focusing on what it is that's going to be important to you in a college. Student to faculty ratio, maybe that's going to be important. Maybe 15 students to 1 faculty or better. Now you're going to see your matches. So once you have completed that, it's time to really start exploring. You can compare your selections, but let's say I'm looking at Co-College here. You're not only going to look at Co-College at a glance, but you can look at their admissions. You can look at their student life. You can see the total number of graduates, campus size, 70 acres, living on, how many people live on campus, how many people live in the co-ed dorms, freshmen living on campus, study facilities. Really, there's just so much on here. Academics about each of these colleges that you should be able to spend some time. But the key is, once you're done with that, you're going to need to save it to your portfolio. Okay, you need to save at least 3 of these to your portfolio before it'll allow you to continue. So once you're done with saving that one, you can review another school. Maybe I'm going to review Luther. Once I've reviewed it, if I like it and I want to save it to my portfolio, you need to do that at least 3 times. 3 schools before it'll allow you to continue.